But moving on, Raw Monday night. What was this? The beginning of the season? I think they touted it as.
I
Beginning of the season. I didn't know Raw had a season. But whatever television production lingo we want to use, that's fine. First match of the night, we were supposed to see The Miz versus Daniel Bryan, which Miz faked a groin injury, and we ended up seeing Alex Riley versus Daniel Bryan, the match I referred to about a minute ago.
Yeah.
And 15 second squash match, quick submission hold. The next match, we had the Body Slam Challenge.
Body Slam Challenge.
Now, you remember who was in that?
Yes, it was Edge and Evan Bourne, and then it was Edge and Mark Henry.
Miss Mark Henry!
Let's just go on to the next match.
Moving on. Then we had a song and dance competition. R-Truth, who debuted his new theme music, which I don't think is too bad at all, with Eve Torres, went against Maurice and Ted DiBiase, which DiBiase did try to sing.
Yeah.
It's a level of Jillian.
Not the worthy of a Raw moment at all. Like I said, R-Truth having musical talent and, Eve Torres being a former cheerleader. But there's not really much to be said about right there because I think the whole roulette wheel thing is, retarded.
I think it was a pretty cool concept. We got to see a tables match. We got to see a cage match. I think this has been one of the more dynamic Raws that we've seen in weeks past. Excuse me.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty good. It was a pretty good Raw, though. But you know what? I could have did a lot without the gimmicks.
And 1 hour after Raw ended, me and Joseph, I have to throw this in here, totally un-wrestling related. Me and Joseph were at the Midnight Madness. We have Halo reach.
Yes.
But moving on.
For those of you Halo fans, again, which I have not gotten any game friend requests on my Xbox for SmackDown vs. Raw League. So, again, the gamer tags will be in the description box.
Below.
Send us a friend request.
Yes. Brian, Space Crazy, JC, Space X, Space Styles.
All
just like EJ Styles. Next match of the night, we had Chris Jericho go against the Hart Dynasty in a steel cage. I was very surprised Jericho picked up the win. It wasn't that bad of a contest, I don't think. Really? It wasn't. What do you think?
No, actually, the match was Morrison and Sheamus first.
Excuse me, you are right. I got my program right in front of me that we base our shows off of, and I read over my own stuff sometimes. So, yes, you are right. We had Sheamus Morrison in the Falls Count Anywhere match.
Phenomenal match. Did you see when when Sheamus went to go throw Morrison off of the stage, how Morrison flipped and caught himself in midair? He should have Morrison should have won that match.
Morrison, incredibly talented. Should have won the match. Sheamus did pick up the victory.
Great promo with Chris Jericho. I'll go far as saying that. Basically was very aggravated with the whole GM situation. And basically, cried and moaned like a little baby, got what he wanted, went into a tag match.
He actually scared the GM. The GM was actually scared.
I was actually expecting the Vince McMahon to come walking out and say, Chris Jericho, you're fired again.
No, but he nailed it right on the head. Do you think Vince McMahon would really hide in that manner? He wouldn't. Come on.
Well, the thing is, Vince doesn't really want to be on TV that much anymore. He doesn't really want... He's at home spending time with his grandchildren.
Well, what he's trying to do is he's not trying to be on TV so he doesn't further embarrass the McMahon family while Linda's trying to become a senator. I think that's the big angle. But we did have the cage match, Jericho versus Hart. What do you think of the outcome?
The Hart Dynasty did pretty good trying to stop Jericho. I'm a big Hart Dynasty fan. And little side note that here in Connecticut at K&M Sports next Friday night, Bret the Hitman Hart will be signing autographs, which I'm kind of hoping I have that night off because I kind of missed out with Brian. Went to go see Kurt Angle and Madison Rayne last time at K&M Sports. But this time around,
it's damn real.
I want to see Bret Hart. I have the WWE Encyclopedia. I want autographed. by Bret Hart. I want my picture with Bret Hart. You know, I met so many wrestlers in the past, but to have Bret Hart and have him autograph my encyclopedia would probably be like me getting a chance to meet AJ Styles.
Very cool. Very cool. And actually, when we're down there, I forgot to tell you, there are autographed pictures from pretty much every major star going. These guys set up a great, great show. Next match of the night, we had Goldust go against Regal Dust.
Oh, you mean had...
that was funny.
You mean you had Regal Dust versus...
Wait a minute.
It was Regal Dust versus, I think they said Dusty Regal.
Dusty Regal?
I think that's what it was.
They called him
Gold Regal. But
Dusty
this was
Regal.
actually pretty funny because, William Regal had fun dressing up as Goldust, and then it was funny when Goldust just pulled out the brass knuckles and hit William Regal.
That was so William Regal-esque. It was so funny. Before Regal started, he even had to go, and that was just great. And then for the main event of the night, we had a tables match. We had the Viper, Randy Orton, go against John Cena.
Again.
And to anybody that doesn't understand the inside joke, Santino calls John Cena John Cena.
Because his accent's so thick.
So we now call him John Cena.
This match was more directed towards Randy Orton. Shining and getting put over for right before the pay-per-view. He RKO'd Tarver. Otunga got just viciously thrown out of the ring. Heath Slater was thrown over the top rope, crashed through a table. Then
Little Debbie went flying with that one.
Yeah. Then Wendy. Then Barrett and Gabriel kind of jumped Cena. They made it look like he was going to forfeit. Gabriel was going to 450 splash John Cena. Orton came through Gabriel off the top rope, crashing through the table, which I think he got
I wish Barrett was able to hit Wasteland to the outside on that table earlier on. And I wish they did the 450s through the table too.
Clark Kent, doesn't know how to, take a bump through a table at all. Watch it, pull it up on YouTube. WWE highlight clips from Raw. He was so stiff at the way he fell off the apron. And like I said again,
Clark Kent, that is pretty accurate. That guy's hair does not move throughout the match.
Exactly. So I don't know, but you know what, guys? This was our week for the review.
This was our week, Night of Champions.
We wanted to do a Night of Champions because, even though it's not a really big pay-per-view, it's a key pay-per-view. It's the end of the summer pay-per-view. And
it's one piece of the puzzle that is going to define 2010 for the WWE and the WWE Universe for this year. So, pretty much, guys, I'm Brian Crazy.
I'm JC Styles. Send us friend requests on our gamer tags. They're in the description box. And check out our other videos and let us know what you think. Please comment, subscribe.
And we'll be back hopefully Friday. Saturday at the latest with our TNA review for this week.
We are actually thinking of doing JC and Brian at the movies. So something kind of cool to
we'll let you know is when we started this channel, it's dedicated primarily towards pro wrestling, but we do want to share other experiences, throughout our lives, cool things that we see with you guys. So anything that you would like to see us do, let us know. And thanks.
Take it easy, guys. What was that?